back to another video. Today I am talking about how to start eating healthier. I know that a lot of people when they start out, they kind of struggle with, well, maybe I should jump right into it, maybe I should just start eating more salads, and I should just eat salmon every day, and let me tell you, that is not a good and healthy way to start out. I have kind of written down a step-by-step, and some of these are also just tips on how to make it easier on yourself. But let's get right into it. So my first step would be to your first week that you start out, do not change a single thing about your diet. The only thing you're changing is you're going to write down everything you eat. Now don't try to change this to make it easier or harder on yourself. Don't overeat. Don't eat more than you normally would, and don't eat less than you normally would. This is just exactly what you eat for a week. Write it down. Every single thing that you eat, write it down. Every single drink that you have, write it down. This is just to track and see how many calories you're getting, how much sodium, how much sugar, how many carbs. All of that is just to see where your starting point is. So do not change anything. That's your first step. First week, easy, right? Second step is a lot of people, when they want to start eating healthy, they forget about their water intake or their liquid intake, I guess you could say. So water is by far more important a lot of the times than what you're eating. And what I mean by that is if you're not having any water and you're just drinking soda and chocolate milk and all that, you need to fix that problem first. That was the first thing I fixed, and let me tell you, it gave me so much energy. I had to pee all the time, which is one downside, but that's the only downside. But definitely, watch your water intake. Also write that down in your food diary. But that's the first thing you should fix. So if you don't drink any water at all, force yourself to have 1 cup a day. You can do that. That's easy. If you have to start out with half a cup a day, that's fine too. But start somewhere with your water and work your way up and find out. You can do calculators online to see how much water you should have. So slowly get up to that goal. My third step would be to add a fruit into your diet every day. Just one fruit. I don't care if you have 1 strawberry a day. Doesn't matter. If you're starting from nothing, if you're not having any fruits or veggies, eat 1 strawberry, eat 1 grape. Just to get the habit, just to get your body used to that. So, if you're eating a little bit of fruits here and there and you're not really eating them every day, go ahead and just have 1 banana a day. That's real easy and they're very inexpensive. Have an apple a day. It doesn't matter. Just have 1 fruit a day. Over the course of the weeks to come, you will slowly add more, but we'll get into that at the end. Add a veggie once a day is your next step. So by the way, these are kind of going in weeks. So food diary is 1 week, starting out with more water is the next week, fruit is the 3rd week, and the 4th week now that we're on is veggies. And the reason that I'm doing them in weeks is because it's a lot easier to ease into something rather than day 1 water, day 2 water and veggies, day 3 fruit. Yeah, no, that's way too much. So we're doing this in weeks because we want to make little goals that add up to a big goal. So have a veggie a day. 1 veggie a day. I don't care if you have 1 edamame pod. Doesn't matter to me. I don't care if you have 1 thing of broccoli, 1 little piece of broccoli. I don't care. 1 piece of vegetables, or if you want to have a bunch of peas. It's up to you. Pick out your vegetable. I would suggest having broccoli with cheese because that's what got me to love it. I live for broccoli now. I can eat it anytime, any place. Doesn't matter if it's clean or dirty. I'll eat some broccoli. But I will say, add cheese. If it does not taste good to you, add something to it. And I know that so many people will probably have like an issue with, oh, well, they're adding too much cheese, or they're doing this and this. What people are not realizing is the fact that you're still putting that into your body. Your body still has to work it through its digestive system. Slowly but surely, when you start eating the broccoli, your brain's gonna think, oh my gosh, girl, I love this. I love this. This is good. You know what I'm saying? And once again, we'll get into this as to how you will continue after. So next week, the following week after your veggie week, is It is to start replacing some things for some healthy swaps. So let's say you have a very sugary yogurt, right? Maybe we could switch that to a Greek yogurt. And if you need to add some sweetener into it, girl, go right ahead. But there are so many amazing Greek yogurts out there. I'm gonna go ahead and make a whole separate video on some nice healthy swaps from like super junk food to slightly healthier food, and then I'll follow it up with another video on how to get from that hump to that hump. But definitely try to look for some healthier swaps. If you're a Lay's gal, maybe try to become a Sun Chips gal. I understand if you don't like Sun Chips, but there's baked chips. There's just slowly, you can go from like the junkiest of junk food all the way to the opposite side of the spectrum. I promise you it's doable. You just need lots of little steps. My next piece of advice is advice that I need to follow, so I am trying to fix this one. It is to chew slower. See, I messed up my sleeping schedule. I'm slowly getting it back on track, but I wouldn't eat till 1 p.m. because I wouldn't get out of bed till 10 p.m. So I wasn't even hungry until 1 p.m. So by the time I was hungry, I was starving. Because I basically slept for 10 hours straight and I didn't break my fast until 1 p.m. So I would inhale my food. I don't really suggest people do that. It's just me. No, but I'm being serious. A lot of people eat their food way too fast and that causes bloat. That can cause you to feel that super duper full feeling that you get when you eat too much. You can get that even from eating a peanut butter jelly too fast. So I would suggest, you know, put down the fork while you're chewing, take a sip of water after you're done. It's just a really, really helpful tip. So try to eat slower, you enjoy the food a bit more, and it definitely helped me to enjoy healthier foods a bit more. Now if you're trying to just slam, you know, your broccoli down your throat, like I said, you need to add something to that food so that way you don't hate it, because if you force yourself to eat something that you hate, girl, it's gonna end real badly. So if you don't like broccoli and you've tried it forever, girl, skip it. Go to a new one. This is my last piece of advice, or my last step, I suppose, in this journey on your way to eating healthy. Your very first week you tracked all of your food. So now we're on this last week, where you will then track all of your food again. Then you're gonna get a calorie or a macro tracker. I would highly suggest a macro tracker. I use Lifesum, but you could do them online. You don't have to sign up. There's a lot of free ones out there. I want you to go on to your average day and type in all of the food and see how many calories you had. Now, and I want to see how many macros you had, how many calories, sodium, all of that fun stuff. Then I want you to go ahead and I want you to type in your height and your weight and figure out how many calories you should have for your goal. On Lifesum, it gives you the option to maintain, lose, or gain. So if you use that app, it'll tell you exactly how many calories you need for your height, weight, and your goal. You need to compare those two numbers and you'll see where you're at and you'll see where you need to start working towards. This is a 7-week kind of idea, and you can shorten this or elongate it however you need to, but you're gonna go ahead and you're gonna repeat that again. Only this time you'll add 2 vegetables and 2 fruits, and you get the idea. You just repeat the same steps, but you go a little bit further in. And by this point, you've already created a habit, and so it should be a lot easier to add on to that habit. And so you just repeat those steps, and you continuously do that over and over again until you're exactly where you want to be, and you're in your macro and calorie range. So that was my last tip. I hope that this video was inspirational or motivational, or at least informative to you. I hope that you gained something from watching this. I hope that helps some of you out there. If you have any questions, if I didn't answer it in the best way possible, go ahead and let me know down in the comments. And I'll get back to you and I'll explain something further, or I'll explain it in a bit more detail. Yeah, so if you guys want to leave me a like and subscribe, I'd really appreciate it. I hope you guys have a very good day. Make sure that you're washing your hands and you are covering your face and you're staying indoors in this crazy pandemic time. I'm praying for y'all. I hope you have a very good day, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.